Hello, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Is gold gonna drop to $1,100 by the end of the year? Well, according to the OCBC Bank, it looks like it will, based off of its 2018 commodities outlook. This comes to us from Kitco News. And so from here on out, gold prices will be on a downward trajectory until they hit $1,100 in the fourth quarter of 2018, according to the OCBC Bank, said in its 2018 commodities outlook. The yellow metal should continue to fade lower into the year as interest rates gradually rise amid a positive global growth backdrop. We keep our outlook at $1,100 an ounce at year's end, OCBC's economist Barnabas Gann wrote in a report released on Wednesday. Gann based his analysis on the view that a Goldilocks economy is not a gold-loving economy. The rosy economic outlook, tame inflationary backdrop, and a potentially higher interest rates in both developed and Asian economies are persuasive factors to drag prices lower. As such, we keep our gold outlook unchanged at $1,100 at year end. It's very interesting indeed. And so all the different things related to the potential higher interest rates in developed and Asian economies apparently are playing a role in his prediction in this. So far, gold's 2018 rally has been driven by weaker U.S. dollar, again noted, adding that despite the bleak annual projections, he still sees gold finishing quarter one above $1,300. Right now it sits at around $1,350. The DXY index fell to its low as 88.4 earlier this year before rising back up above 90 of late as the global equity slump ensued. Gann said, the traditional relationship between gold and the greenback is hard to disregard. The 30-day correlation between the said. Assets remained strong at negative 0.91 in early February, suggesting that gold's climb has largely been attributed to the weaker greenback. But Gann pointed out that the dollar-gold relationship could weaken as global economic conditions continue to evolve this year. I will pause for a moment there and say that there is some talk that the renminbi will be tied to oil or be traded for oil, or oil will be traded in the yuan. There's some move to that by China, and I think that's something to kind of pay attention to as well, to see the competitive nature between a purposed yuan, petro yuan, compared to the petrodollar that we have today. OCBC said it also sees gold demand remaining weak in 2018 after witnessing an 8-year low last year. And here's the gold price right now with some of the charts, and we can see the climb steadily. Now it's above $1,350. Gann's outlook was published just as gold prices rallied above $1,350 an ounce on Wednesday following the release of the latest American inflation retail data. The big U.S. economic report of the week saw the consumer price index report come in hotter than expected, says Kitco's senior analyst Jim Wyckoff. CPI for January came in at 0.5% from December and up 2.1% year-on-year. The closely watched core rate, minus food and energy prices, came in at 0.3% from December and up 1.8% year-on-year, he said in the PM roundup. And downbeat U.S. retail sales report on Wednesday also helped to rally gold and silver markets. April COMEX gold futures were largely flat in Asian trading on Thursday, with prices last at $1,356.50, down 0.11% on the day. We see a chart there. So very interesting indeed. And I think these predictions are made sort of in a seemingly perfect world. Obviously, there's things like geopolitical events or domestic events, or what happened, or even just what a Fed chairperson could say. I guess now it's a Fed chairman again. And what will Jerome Powell say when the next time they raise interest rates? It's hard to say. Or if they raise them a little bit higher, let's say it's a half point instead of a quarter point next time, could there be a panic with the dollar index and gold and silver prices? It's anyone's guess. We shall see. The market's reacting, obviously, with the stock market because of fears of raising rates, among other things, with the bond market and other factors at play, has caused a weakening dollar. But in some cases also, gold and silver prices have remained relatively flat during those times. And it's not terribly unusual for that to happen, by the way. But nonetheless, it's quite interesting that there is a published in Kitco News, who actually does sell gold, is predicting lower levels from this opinion piece. What are your thoughts? Do you think we're going to see $1,100 by the end of the year? I guess, for me, it's possible. I would highly doubt very seriously we'll ever see it below $1,000, but I would be surprised if we saw it go down as low as $1,100, $1,100. I'd be very surprised if it did get to that point. I would welcome it for sure as a buyer, but I don't. But I think it would have to be, everything would have to just go along perfectly smooth. But if we have more stock market volatility, or it remains volatile, I think that's going to cause some concerns, which I think effectively will be portrayed with the DXY, the dollar index. And that's the kind of thing that you have to watch out for, is watch that dollar index and the volatility index. I think those are going to play a role, but also look out for those geopolitical factors. Look at the BRICS, look at what China's doing, look at what India's doing. And will there be more demand in the Asian countries for gold for various reasons, such as for cultural reasons and the like? There's a myriad of different factors at play that need to be analyzed for this. Notwithstanding, we shall see what happens. So post your thoughts below. I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude y'all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.